Good morning, students. Today's our topic is food chains and food webs. Today we will study about what is a food chain and what is a food web. So our first topic is what is a food chain. A food chain is the path by which energy passes from one living thing to another. In the figure shown here, energy from sun passes to the plants, and from plants to the insects, and from insects to the frog, and then to the eagle. Now our next topic is what's in a food chain. A food chain is made up of producers, consumers, decomposers. Now we will see these living organisms in detail. So first is producers. Producers make their own food. So that's why they are known as producers. Green plants use energy from the sun to make food. Producers are on the bottom of the food chain. Producers are always on the bottom of the food chain. The next category of living things is consumers. Consumers hunt, gather and store food because they cannot make their own. Consumers cannot produce their own food, hence they depend on other organisms for their food. So they are known as consumers because they consume other plants and animals for their food. There are three types of consumers: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. First type of consumers is herbivores. Animals who eat plants such as grasshoppers, rabbits, squirrels, deer, pandas are all herbivores. These are the animals who eat only plant and plant products. Next is carnivores. Animals who eat other animals are known as carnivores, such as tigers, lions, hawks, wolves. Carnivores only eat other animals. Our next category is omnivores. Animals who eat both plants and animals are known as omnivores, such as humans and bears. Now next is decomposers. What are decomposers? Microorganisms that are able to break down large molecules into smaller parts. Microorganisms feed on dead and decaying matter and they break large molecules into smaller parts. Decomposers return the nutrients that are in a living thing to the soil. For example, this is the picture of a food chain of an owl. Plant is a producer, which is eaten by insect, which is a herbivore or consumer, and then insect is eaten by a mouse, which is a consumer or a omnivore, and then mouse is eaten by owl, which is a consumer and a carnivore. So a food chain shows the path of energy from one living thing to another. Decomposers like bacteria are necessary for all food chains. This is a picture of a food chain called as grazing food chain. It starts with a plant, flower. Flower is a producer, and then from flower energy passes to caterpillar, which is a consumer. From caterpillar to frog, which is also a consumer. From frog to snake, which is also a consumer, and from a snake to an owl, which is a consumer. Children, I hope you must have understood the topic. Thank you, children.